Welcome to the combat demo of Ephemeris. I have set up a mock scenario battle for us with all the ship classes currently available for play and equip them with a variety of weapons. We will have fast and agile lightly armed fighters, heavily armed interceptors, as well as slow moving but deadly corvettes acting as both bombers and support weapon platforms. On one side, we will have a huge battleship armed with dozens of weapon systems guarded by several squads of frigates on anti-bomber duty, as well as several squadrons of anti-fighter interceptors. The other side is made up of 9 destroyers, as well as squadrons of fighters and bombers with the orders to destroy the enemy battleship and the enemy admiral it carries. The idea here is to keep my destroyers in their X formation and each one of the destroyer groups to attack a section of the enemy frigates, which are the danger to my bombers. And if we zoom in, we can see all these frigates here. So the destroyers are going to get the order to attack some of them, while the fighters are going to have to destroy the enemy's fighters, which are all the way here, and you can see the interceptors already heading towards my formation. So my fighters are going to get this order while being in the X formation and being evasive and attacking anything that's in their way. The laser corvettes are also going to help with this. They're going to stay stationary but attack anything and stay in the wall formation, as there is just 9 of them. As for the corvettes with plasmas, which are my bombers in this case, they're going to go off to the right and left to try and flank this main attack party of the enemies and stay alive to attack the battleship. Now we'll see what the enemy is going to do once they see that my fighters are going up against them, but no, they've chosen to stay and fight. So we are going to watch this encounter between the interceptors and the fighters start right now. Let's see how are they going to deal with each other. Oh yeah, that was a massive shootout, and you can see just how many of these got shot in the first run. And if we zoom out and go back to the options, we can see that we are down. This fighter wing is totally destroyed, and this squadron just got annihilated as well. So that was a really quick battle between them, and my fighters got all the way to the middle of the enemy formation before they even slowed down. But as you can see, they were completely destroyed by the anti-fighter frigates and the very powerful interceptors. That means that they are gone, but they have bought us valuable time for our destroyers to get close to the enemy frigates, and we'll see just how fast they can deal with them, while the enemy battleship has already started shooting towards us. Now here it is shooting towards the laser corvettes, which are going to get the order to attack the enemy interceptors, as their lasers might actually manage to do some damage to them. Now they are going to be really fast at getting here, and hopefully they are going to be able to turn in time. Yes, they did. And now you can see how fast the enemy interceptors are shooting at them, while the corvettes are having a hard time getting their lasers onto the enemy ships because they're a gimbal and not turret, and you can see just how much they have to change their position in order to fight these interceptors, and they're getting hammered. So even the corvettes with their lasers didn't manage to pose enough of a danger to these interceptors, and now we're down to just our plasma corvettes, which need to attack the capital ship from their flanking positions, and we have the destroyers, which are now trying to destroy the huge amount of enemy frigates. Now we'll tell the destroyers to attack the ones that are closest to them, so that's these ones here, and we'll have set all of them into one single formation. So on the fly I have combined the 3 squadrons of 3 destroyers into one squadron of 9 and told them to keep the skirmish formation and keep attacking these frigates, because I want them to actually try and keep these bombers, which are now on target to the enemy battleship, alive. Now those are the ones from that side, and let's see where are the other crew. The other crew are unfortunately getting hammered by the enemy interceptors, and are not going to stay alive very long, especially because they have some frigates on them as well. And you can see, because how slow these corvettes are, that they are going to get totally murdered by the anti-bomber frigates, and now I've lost all of them. So now I am down to 1 wing of corvettes, which have yet to reach the enemy battleship, and they still have a far way to go, and down to the 8 destroyers, as this one just got annihilated. So we have the battleship, who still has his full shield here, and half of my destroyers, which no longer have their shields on, but their armor is being destroyed now. And finally, we get to see these guys attacking. They're doing their maneuver to slow down, and we're gonna go manually and fly this one and shoot at this huge battleship and try to destroy it. Now I'm going to slow down and also try to avoid its weaponry. So I'm going to fly underneath it, but you can see that I'm getting attacked by its lasers, its laser defenses, and now I'm going to shoot at it manually as I fly this bomber and try to deal as much damage as I can to this huge battleship. And I'm going to now go back into the formation. Now if I take a look at the situation, I'm down to 6 destroyers and 21 corvettes firing plasma onto the battleship, and as you can see, they have taken up a stationary position here trying to shoot it, while the one remaining frigate here is trying to destroy them. Now we need to get these destroyers the order to attack this frigate, because it is the fastest way for it to destroy my bombers here, and as you can see, they just took it down, while the battleship now is almost defenseless against the wing of these corvettes, which can keep pounding it as they are from short range. You can see that they've gotten its health down to half. The destroyers pretty much don't have any other enemy ships to battle with, so now they too can be giving the order to attack the enemy battleship, and we'll see how long the battleship is going to be able to hold on against the few remaining corvettes that I have and the 6 destroyers. You can see that it's even managed to get its best weaponry moving against these bombers, and I have just lost my last wing of bombers. So we are now with the destroyers trying to target the battleship, and you can see that they are about to destroy it with the last few shots. And come on, there we go. Now we can watch it blow up. To learn more about Ephemeris and all its features, use the video card on the screen now. Thank you for watching and happy gaming.